Our next fighter making his way to the cage, Angel Cordova.
All right, making his way to the cage here, Angel Cordova for this 155-pound bout. The 27-year-old stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, fighting out of Los Angeles, California. As you can hear in the crowd, large chants of Angel as he makes his way to the cage. Trains at the Tap Out Training Center, a kickboxing and no-gi jiu-jitsu background, also with NZT Pankration.
Pankration's pretty cool. I'd like to see what he's got on the ground.
You know, Pankration, again, a little different rules. They have those open-handed striking policies.
A little bit of slap fight.
Little slap fight, but no one really hates a slap fight, let's be honest.
No, the old school Pankration was always fun to watch because most of the guys fought in like little underwear and these little boots, and they would slap each other. It was awesome.
You know, if there's one thing I enjoy, it's men in underwear and boots. Did I say that out loud?
Leather boots, can't beat that. I live near West Hollywood, so I know.
Again, big cheers here as Angel Cordova makes his way to the cage. You know, we've seen this guy backstage tonight. He has been pumped up from the beginning. We were all here at about 11 this morning, and he has been nonstop energy the whole time. Hopefully he saves some for the cage.
His hair's pretty pumped up.
Cordova rocking the Euro, or the mohawk into a mullet. It made popular by Real Madrid striker. Now I just lost his name. He's the most famous soccer player in the history of the world, pretty much. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the guy.
Is he the most famous?
He might be the most famous right now.
Right now. Messi's doing pretty good.
I've heard Messi is okay.
He's doing well. He looks angry.
Oh, a total shift in emotion here from Angel Cordova. He was all smiles the last few hours. Yeah, as you said. Oh, there we go. Oh, just showing the mouthpiece. No smile here. So again, a happy boy, all business. Kind of a little bit of the Ronda Rousey syndrome.
Is that a compliment?
Oh, all happy and smiles until walk to the cage, and then that death stare.
His opponent making his way to the cage, AJ Lavarias.
And now coming to the cage in the blue corner, AJ Lavarias. The 31-year-old stands 5 feet 6 inches tall as an orthodox fighter, making his debut fight tonight here out of Culver City, California. Trains with Ian Harris over at Systems Training Center. Ian Harris, formerly of PKG, of course. A background in kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Also, AJ coaches CrossFit and is a Krav Maga instructor.
That could work in his advantage. That means he's probably very fit. His technique's probably pretty spot on, and he's probably mentally in a good place if he's teaching and training these. CrossFit's tough.
Krav Maga, of course, being the art of 4 ends: the nose, the neck, the nuts, and the knees. And
the Israeli martial arts is pretty dope. You know, to be able to take some guns and knives away from some people. This should be a little I don't know. I figure if someone pulls a knife on me, I can get it back from them. Doing an MMA fight should be a little easier.
AJ says his combat sports beginning was actually in ice hockey, as those guys know to scrap a little bit.
Little 5-minute penalties.
Couple here and there. I think he might have had a major once or twice. As we said before, he's also a CrossFit instructor. His hell wad or workout of the day is the Fran. It's 21 by 15 by 9. That means 21 95-pound thrusters and 21 pull-ups, then 15 95-pound thrusters and 15 pull-ups, and then 9 more. And he does that in less than 4 minutes.
I've done the Fran, and the Fran is not easy. I got a little CrossFit background, and that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I had an aunt named Fran. That's about it. That's as close as I get to the Fran.
Is that pretty close to the Fran?
Yes.
No 21, 15, 9?
Yeah, no, I can do 2, 5, 1.
You should call her 21, 15, 9.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next fight is brought to you by WSS Shoes Style Selection. Fight is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the 155-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, a Pankration fighter making his debut. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing at 153.4 pounds. Fighting with NZT Pankration from Los Angeles, California, Angel Cordova. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxing and jiu-jitsu practitioner, also making his debut. He stands at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing at 155 pounds, representing Systems Fighting Center from Seattle, Washington, AJ Lavarias. Man in charge of the action, Mike Bell.
Angel Cordova in the red corner, AJ Lavarias in the blue corner. This fight taking place at 155 pounds.
I gotta say, it's only the second fight, but I'm more excited about this one than any fights we've had tonight.
You know, I think that you're going on a limb. Oh, a nice quick counter right from Lavarias. Cordova came out, throwing with those legs at the bottom. AJ, though, very quick with the counter.
Swarming immediately. I'm very, very impressed. It's only 20 seconds into the round, but I'm very, very impressed with what's going on right now. You know, coming out with some big strikes, getting a takedown, setting the tone is what you're supposed to do in these 2-minute rounds.
Well, Lavarias definitely well conditioned for that with that CrossFit. It can definitely help you, especially doing those WODs, being used to going really hard for 2, 4, 6, 8 minutes like that.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job maintaining some top position. He just got to worry about the armbar here. It seems to be the little transition of hips going on, but he's landing some big right hands. He seems very fit. He's like, I know he's a CrossFit coach, but he seems very fit, very strong, and just super focused.
Just letting loose here. AJ Lavarias on the top.
Dominating the first round. Could see a finish in this fight.
Cordova, though, really trying to be active with those hips.
As long as he maintains some active hips, he should be all right. He just can't let Lavarias get out to the side. That's when he can really do damage. The way he's built and the way it looks like he's fighting, getting out to the side could be a fight ender.
What do you want to see from Cordova right here?
Cordova, I want to see shrimping, hip moving, and if you can't do that, control the arm so you're not getting hit. You know, there's only 16 seconds or so left, so just hold the arms and wait it out.
Shrimping, of course, the common terminology for that jiu-jitsu warm-up where you push your hips out to the side in a way to avoid or escape from danger. My coach calls them snakes because he says we aren't shrimps, we're snakes in the gym.
I like that.
A good first round from these two. Very strong first round for AJ Lavarias in the blue corner. He is still pumped up, putting his arms up in the air.
That was a very, very dominant first round. If I was in the red corner, you gotta tell him you can't let him touch you. You gotta work your striking. If you're gonna approach some sort of clinch game, you gotta get on top, and you have to not be on your back. The rounds are so fast that you can't wait. You gotta be active. That was a big round. That's a full point at least.
Again, using the half-point system, so that could definitely be a full point round for AJ Lavarias. You know, it seemed like the big problem right out the gate was Cordova throwing that low kick. Lavarias catching it, countering it, and coming back strong.
Now, I think we'll see a lot of the same thing here.
Round two here.
Wow.
And again, a low kick from Cordova, and again, a strong showing from Lavarias.
Very nice. I'm a little confused at why he would not go right for the takedown. I know it's the short rounds, but every time he throws a strike, it has landed. And right now, he's got to watch out for a triangle or an armbar.
You know, so far, looking at the striking difference between these two fighters, it looks like this is the best place for Cordova to be is here on his back, here on the mat.
And he's caught in an armbar. A very, very tight armbar. What Lavarias has to do is keep some weight on, try to pull the arm out. It looks like he might be able to get the arm out, but he is in trouble.
That thing is in deep past the elbow. We can see it right here. Almost buried to the shoulder, the arm of AJ Lavarias.
He's in a lot of trouble. He's doing a good job keeping the pressure on top of him, keeping weight on him. But he's got to worry about if he pulls out, the arm's still going to be there.
So what does Cordova do here to finish this?
Cordova's got to extend his hips and keep his legs pinched together and just try to maintain that arm in, keep the elbow at the crotch area.
So far hanging out here.
Right now it looks like Blue almost has the elbow past the crotch, and if you get the elbow past the crotch, you can usually cinch the arm out and be able to move on to a better position. But it's interesting how the judging's going to be on this, because you're in an armbar for about 40 seconds. Even though the beginning was pretty strong, it's tough to say what the judges are scoring here.
Yeah, you have that great counter striking and the big slam, but then all this danger here. At most, maybe a half point for Lavarias, maybe even an even round.
I would say even round. He's extending. He is extending. I don't think he's going to finish him, but
some nice knees to the body here from Lavarias.
Interesting to be in an armbar the whole round and come out and raise your hands after the round ends.
Well, you know, you do have to look at that armbar mixed with, of course, those big knees to the side of the body that Lavarias was throwing while he's defending that armbar. Those are doing damage.
No, yeah, there's no damage done to Lavarias. You know, it's he was just defending. I would have liked him to get out of that and done a little action, but I hope his corner's telling him, stand up, don't go for the takedown, because that's the only place you're going to find trouble.
Yeah, so far a lot of success for Lavarias on the feet. Those takedowns have been successful. Do you like the idea of him slamming him and backing out?
I do, but the idea of slamming him is you're touching the opponent, and when you touch the opponent, you're giving him a chance to get you into submission. I like him just throwing strikes because it looks like he could finish him. Round 1 and round 2, he came out throwing big strikes, and they all landed.
Well, let's see the game plan for AJ Lavarias and Jose Cordova, Angel Cordova here in this third and final round. They just cut off part of AJ's pants. No, sorry, of Angel's pants.
It's trendy.
Oh, they were going down all the way past his knee, so they made a little change there. Usually that's taken care of pre-fight, but, you know, that's why we have scissors.
Scissors are dope.
You heard it here first, folks. Scissors are dope. Round 3 here. AJ Lavarias in the blue, Angel Cordova in the red. It starts here. A nice stiff jab from Lavarias.
Very nice double leg takedown. Perfectly shot, head to the outside, head up, finished it. But in a troublesome area. I think he knows he's a good striker, but he's not fully comfortable with his striking yet.
You know, despite being in that danger of round 2, it doesn't seem like Lavarias has much concern about the submission game of Cordova.
No, and if you hit a nice takedown like this, at least he's in half guard. Last time he ended up, if you're going to pick the guy up, make sure you pull his legs to the outside, so when you hit the mat, you're at least in half guard or side control. You know, I think for a top right here, you killing time. Not trying to finish the fight, kill the time, get your victory.
So far, a pretty great debut here for Lavarias.
It looks like he's going to slide out. Might get himself in the side control. He's got to be careful the way he's overhooking over there, because he's giving his bottom man an underhook, a chance to sweep, a chance for submissions.
49 seconds left here in this third and final round. Cordova again going high with that guard, looking for something. And as we saw in round 2, his guard can be dangerous.
The guard is dangerous, and even though there's 30 seconds left, I think we're going to see a little bit of trouble right here.
Now posturing up, raining down big blows. Yes, these gloves are 8 ounce rather than 4 ounce, but let me tell you, they still hurt.
Oh, they still hurt. You can get hit with a 25 ounce glove. If the right person's punching you, it's going to hurt.
I've had a couple of pillow fights that went south quickly.
I've been in those bloody pillow fights.
Well, there's a no pillows here that AJ's throwing down on Angel Cordova.
Looks like we have a triangle with the last couple seconds of the fight. And the fight is over. We have a blue victory. I like that fight. Definitely improvements to be made in the future. Game plan and, you know, certain spots, but very good fight.
You know, a lot of these new guys out of systems, Ian Harris's new gym, have been very impressive of late. Ian Harris, a very focused coach. really creating guys who are strong mentally. He has a lot of coachable guys too. You can hear him from the corner giving very clear instructions to Lavarias, and Lavarias doing a good job of listening. As soon as he said to posture up, get his head out of there, Lavarias' head was up, and that's when he started raining down those blows.
Yeah, coaching is super important. You gotta listen. You gotta be able to find your coach when a lot of people yelling, but if you're training with the person often.
And here we can see on the replay. And there we go. This is when AJ started posturing up, throwing down those big punches at the end of this third round.
This is what really impressed me. This is what I wanted to see more of the fight, but it was good to see at the end. Way to finish strong.
Really, really heavy from the top.
I'm gonna say this is a 30 to 26 and a half. That's my guess.
30 to 26 and a half. You know, I think you might not be off there. That a point and a half round, pretty deep. But you know, I'm gonna go with a 30-27 and a half because of that second round armbar. I think that's gonna make the scorecards a little closer.
I think you could be right. Well, I have 3 chances though. I got 3 judges to give me that.
You might get one of them.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, in this case, we're gonna bet on blue. Don't get a chance to do that in Vegas much.
I'm all about the betting.
Waiting here again for our judge's decision. We'll soon hear from Salvador Arellano, our official decision, to see what happens with these young fighters' futures. You know, a good debut from AJ Lavarias. What do you want to see differently from Angel Cordova?
Angel Cordova, takedown defense. Takedown defense is really crucial. There was a couple of spots where, when he was when he was defending the double leg, if you spread your legs wide, you put your hips in and push the head down, you got to break the guy's form. It's not easy. It's not an overnight thing. It takes a while. Wrestling is one of those things that takes a while to learn.
You know, also same thing in round 1 and round 2, that early low kick leading to that transition for AJ Lavarias. Cordova throwing that low kick, getting it caught, getting it countered.
Yeah, and if you're a guy looking for takedowns, mixing up the strikes with the takedowns is smart. You get the guy to look high and you go low. You get the guy to look low, you go high. It's a smart tactic to throw some strikes to lead up to a takedown.
So it looks like we finally got a decision. Next with the official word, Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the scorecards are in. First judge scores a fight 30-27. Second judge scores a fight 30-27. Third and final judge scores a fight 30-26. For your winner by unanimous decision, out of the blue corner, AJ Lavarias.
Let's give it up for both these fighters. That's how you put on a fight. AJ, you set the tone early in the first round. You came out swinging and you knew what you were doing. And then he had you in trouble in an armbar for a really good part of the second round. What is going through your head coming into the third round?
Actually I wasn't in too much trouble. I had that armbar. I was slowly pulling it out. It wasn't very tight. I knew once I had it out I'd be fine, but yeah, I was smashing him. Yeah, I wasn't worried at all. So third round.
Third round, you knew that 2 minutes was all yours, right?
Exactly.
You got a whole bunch of people in the audience. What do you want to say to them?
First, I want to thank my coach, Ian Harris, Systems Training Center, my team, Systems Training Center, all my support, my fans, my friends, my family. Krav Maga, where you at? Yeah, baby!
Give it up for him, AJ Lavarias!
Your winner by decision in the blue corner, AJ Lavarias.